There are not enough superlatives in the dictionary to describe the greatness of the ally, friend, and mentor we lost today. Rush Limbaugh changed everything in the media. He was one of many great men in this country, but in today's video, I'm going to talk about four specifically that dared to dream in Florida. He was quoted as saying some time ago, "Young people have been educated and raised to believe that certain aspects of American history disqualifies America from ever being anything that you can justify, from ever being anything great, from ever being anything with goodness in it, that the United States is forever blemished." Greatness requires imperfection. You must have failed at some point in your life to have learned something, to rise above, be the phoenix out of the ashes, and rise to the level that this man did. He was also quoted as saying, "You have this special place, America. You want it to remain special? You better find out why it became special." It became special because men dreamed. Imperfect, fallen men dreamed. And they saw things that other people couldn't see. Four men in Florida: Rush Limbaugh, Henry Flagler, Walt Disney, and Donald Trump. Some years ago, Larry Gatlin wrote a song, and one of the lines in it always stuck with me. It read, "Just existing makes dying look easy. Maybe tomorrow. I've done enough dying today." You see, that's kind of the unwritten rule down here. Every day is a gift. Every day is a blessing. And boy, I tell you what, Rush may not have been perfect, but he knew how to live. He knew how to enjoy, and he understood the blessing of what we have. Many quotes have been attributed to Walt Disney, and many people dislike him. You see, that's how you know you're dealing with greatness. Because if you talk about the group of people that would hate Rush Limbaugh, Walt Disney, Henry Flagler, and Donald Trump, they're all the same group of people. The ones that worship mediocrity. Do a good job. You don't have to worry about the money. It'll just take care of itself. Just do your best work and then try to trump it. The more you like yourself, the less you are like anyone else, which makes you unique. If you can dream it, you can do it. First think, second dream, third believe, and then finally dare. Notice nowhere in there does it say feel. Think, dream, believe, and dare. This is why kids who are the ultimate dreamers dream of the day when their parents take them to Disney World. Because it's a place where it's still safe to dream. It's still safe to believe. Even when you're not perfect. Even though you might fail. Even though you might be a failed individual in many ways. Another quote from Mr. Disney: "All the adversity I've had in my life, all my troubles and obstacles have strengthened me. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you." And all four of those men that I have mentioned have had to deal with multiple giant kicks in the teeth. Starting way back with this guy, Henry Flagler. He had this huge dream. This dream that there could be a railway to paradise. Now at that time, it was called Flagler's Folly. but I live in Flagler County. Flagler College is just up in St. Augustine. The impact Henry Flagler had on Florida cannot be overstated. And he was a very fallen and flawed man, imperfect as well. I'm sure already down in the comment section there's probably 50 people all talking about the imperfections of all four men that I spoke of. But it's a requirement for greatness. You have to be imperfect. Because the Cenk Uyghurs and the Jimmy Dores and the Michael Moores and the Rachel Maddows of the world, you see, they are the gatekeepers of mediocrity. That's what they want for everyone. And anybody who dares to dream bigger and achieve and become something great, you become a target. You'll be hated and you'll be loathed. That's just the reality. And that's why I believe, honestly, Mr. Trump and Mr. Limbaugh had a great friendship. Because nobody could really understand their vision. There will never be another Rush Limbaugh. There will be a great many conservative voices stand up because of him. He has changed the landscape in a way that most can't even comprehend yet. The huge push for conservatism in this country is just now getting started. But he had the audacity to dream of something at a time when it didn't exist. And there were so many pathetic little attempts by the left to imitate what he did on radio. And it was failure after failure after failure. Because they couldn't grasp the essence of the greatness of the man. All they could do is point fingers at his failure as a human being. Because we all have them. It's just that when you become great, yours get put under a microscope. I'm not even going to dignify Twitter. This man was one of the greats of Florida. And he exemplifies our values. Part of me wonders sometimes if all those I have invited to come down here could appreciate it. I've said before, there's enough rope here to hang yourself, but the converse of that is nobody's going to hand you anything. There's no guarantees down here. Some come, some expect to be just shepherded into this wonderful life of freedom and concern. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. I was doing 2 or 3 other jobs while I was building this channel. In fact, it was literally all I did: work, eat, sleep, and this channel. Some days only earning $2. And there were days when Rush Limbaugh lost jobs, got fired. Imagine being the guy that fired Rush Limbaugh. Looking back. Florida is about greatness. Florida is about opportunity and rising above. And I'll say it again, and I guess I'll leave with this. There's probably not much more that hasn't already been said about the man, other than this. Greatness requires imperfection. There are no great men that have ever lived who were seen in their day as perfect enough to have achieved what they did. What this man achieved, I don't even know that I have the ability to elucidate it properly. What he created, there was no model for. It didn't exist at the time, and people said he was crazy. And he started in California, in Sacramento. Imagine saying, way back then, that you wanted to do talk radio where you would talk about conservatism, and it would become the EIB network. Imagine. Same thing with Walt Disney. Giant, huge, never-ending swaths of cattle farms and swamp. I'm going to make this a place where the world comes to dream. I'm going to make this a place that every kid in this country can't wait to get to. People called him crazy. Henry Flagler and Donald Trump. I don't think it's all a coincidence. And I'll leave it there. God bless. Condolences, of course, to all of the family, to his wife especially, at this time. The only silver lining in this is that we now have a torch to pick up and carry forward in a way that would not have been possible without him. Thank you, Rush. God bless. Godspeed.